Hello, Merry Christmas everybody. It's Ali Sloane here and I'm going to show you how to do great potato prints for wrapping paper or whatever else you want. I've got brown wrapping paper here and I'm going to be using these huge great potatoes. I've got these which are cookie cutters. They're really rather huge, which that means we had to get big potatoes, and even then they're not quite big enough. There are smaller cookie cutters around, see if you can get those. So what I've got is paint and some rollers and big potatoes, a knife, and maybe if you want to not use cookie cutters, you can use a pencil or a pen and draw onto there and then cut using just a craft knife. If you don't feel that you don't want to get these or can't get these, and you just cut around down along your design. I've drawn it there. It's quite difficult to draw onto a wet potato, and then cut out that way. You can do that, and then you cut along the side. It's a little bit tricky, not too difficult. Oops, didn't quite get it there. And go cut into there. So it's basically that. And then you just work. This is supposed to be a star. Oops. So you can see, you keep on doing that until you've got the shape. You will also need a little bit of paper just to dab it, because the potato, once it's cut, starts weeping a little bit, which makes it hard to put the paint on. But we're going to use cookie cutters because you've got a really nice design already done for you. This one is a reindeer, which is beautiful, but it is quite delicate, and so it does mean that you tend to, I've done one earlier, and unfortunately his antler broke. So let's get going. So I'm going to cut this in half like that. Oops. I have found these are quite hard to move around a bit. So what I would do is, if you can do that. So then this isn't so thick, so it's easy to get this out. So the next thing is to, oh, that one's not going to work. This one would be a good one. There, here's my Christmas tree. And I'm just going to, you need a bit of force, but not too much. Now, this is the reason you can't move that out, so you've just got to, this comes out really quite easily. Go down a little bit more, I think. Is that going to work? Yes, look at that. Just comes out. So nice. And then I've got my print ready. I've just got to get it out. There we are. Done. Ta-da! Now, this is the paper I'm going to print on here, and here I'll just move that out for a little bit. And so now I just will take some of the water off there because it is just a bit wet, and I'm going to use these two colours. I thought they were quite wintry. Remember, if you are doing brown paper, you need something which is just good with that colour. So I thought, I've got Old Violet and Louis Blue. Looks quite wintry and lovely. So now I'm rolling the paint on. I'll put that out of the way a bit. So you don't need very much paint. This is a sponge roller. It's very fine, and it takes just the right amount of paint on there. So I'm going to do one. Going to put the paint onto there. Now the first one is never good, so don't worry about it if you find that you're not getting enough on. It may not do as well. The first one is usually not very good because I think a lot of the paint, so it's absorbed a lot, so don't worry if that happens. It's not the end of the world. We'll just do that one as a practice one. And then this one then builds it up enough so some of the paint's absorbed into the potato, and now we should be able to get going. Press down, don't get too much paint on, but you'll just, it's practice really, just do it a couple of times and you'll get it. So that one hasn't quite done it. I can see why. So what's happened is that potato for some reason is slightly not so strong there. It's lower than the rest of it. So next time, so you need a few to get going with it and work out what this particular potato is doing. You're never going to get a perfect finish. So don't expect that. That's part of the joy of it. And one more. So pressing down, especially in the bit where it's not taking quite so well. Oh yes, beginning to look really, really lovely. And just carry on. So now I'm going to change colour. I don't need to take that off, that's fine. I'm going to do a pale one. I might even do some of them going over that, which would be lovely. So, as I said, you're never going to get a really, really perfect one. Although on this one, which was just a potato cut in half, a little potato, we just blobbed, and these are pretty good ones. It depends on your potato, I think. Oh, looking good. And what we could even try is ones where we do two, one going over the other. Let's see if that works. On that very first one I did, I'm going to see if I can do two on there. So the old violet now with some, not so good. Well, we won't, let me just do that. It's that side for some reason. Yeah, that's not too bad. So now you'll notice also I've got little bits left over, and what I would probably do is where the old violet one is, I'll do a blob on top. So I'm just dipping in with a little bit of the potato that's left over and making a little dot, which is nice. And you could even do more dots for snow. Hours of fun. And I'll do a little purple one. Old violet. I'll do a little old violet one on there as well. So, so there's my wintry Christmas scene with just potatoes and some paint. Enjoy, have a great time, and just think of all the different things you can be making. Here's my little Christmas tree ones that I did earlier. That's quite nice, where you've got lots of red ones and just one random green one. These are just half potatoes and little bits of shapes. There's a green one, and look, my present's already done. Merry Christmas, have a wonderful one, everybody.